One of the things I've been thinking a lot about in ministry, especially, is metrics. How do we evaluate whether or not we're doing good youth ministry, whether or not we're doing fruitful youth ministry? And in our youth ministries, we tend to focus on attendance, whether it's virtual or whether it's in person. The number of kids we're seeing or sometimes having connection with. And that's okay. I think there's also additional metrics that should be added in terms of relational connection and actual spiritual growth and the way young people are serving, et cetera. And similarly, I think in our personal lives, we default to a metric, and let me just get even more personal. I default to a metric that I'm not always sure is the best one, or certainly shouldn't be the only one. I often think about my days through the lens of how much did I get done? And how much did I cross off, my list or strike through or delete the email, et cetera. And I think a better way to set ourselves up for the long haul is to have a different way of measuring our fruitfulness. Jesus never talked about crossing items off a to-do list. What Jesus did talk about is loving God, loving our neighbors, and loving ourselves. So on my better days, and this certainly doesn't happen all the time, but on my better days, Gio, I try to think about, how did I love God today? Looking backwards, how did I love God today? How did I love others? How did I take care of myself? And then even looking forward, sometimes at the start of the day, how am I going to show my love for God today, love for others, and take care of myself in the midst of it? So I would say part of how we can have sustainable youth ministry is to make sure that we're evaluating ourselves by the right metrics. And it's not activity or accomplishment. I think what Jesus would say is it's those three loves, which he sets up as the greatest commandment.